Hi guys, hi YouTube, welcome back to the channel. In this video, I'm going to be talking about a very powerful concept from the book The Law of Attraction by Esther and Jerry Hicks. And I only found it in this book, right? And it's a very applicative thing which I use from time to time on very important days of my life. And this is again a tool like most of the tools we discuss on this channel. And it is called as the segment intending, right? Before I begin this video, I want to give you like my personal experience with this and how do I personally use it. So guys, I'm a very regular guy, and as most of you who are joining me on this channel with who are following me on this channel, that I like reading books, and I use these tools time and time again to improve my own life, and I'm just sharing that, right? So I'm no guru, I'm no expert in this. I'm a biochemical engineer by training, right? But I just like sharing the knowledge and what is helping me out. So segment intending, this is something, this is again a law of attraction technique which I use time and again on very important days, right? And especially when I have very important meetings and I want the outcome to be something which I want to align with my expectations, I practice segment intending. So you can use this on some very particular days where a lot is getting done and a lot is on stake, right? And there's a very specific way to do this. So we talk about Ho'oponopono, we talk about Dr. Joe Dispenza's sign technique to basically tune into new potentials. We talk about the Silva mind control method, the 3 scenes technique to change any area of your life. This is for improving any day of your life where a lot is at stake. At least this is how I use it, right? So segment intending, I'll tell you like how to use it and what is the right way to do it and how I do it, right? So in segment intending, what basically you do is like any other practice what we do, you first start by relaxing your mind, and you can either use counting backwards method from 100 to 1 or 20 to 1, where basically you just you get up in the morning, you have a big day coming up, a lot is at stake, you have a lot to get done on that day, right? So you just wake up in the morning, you drink water, relax yourself, and just then sit in a quiet place. You put some meditative music, count backward from 20 to 1 or 100 to 1, and then you divide your day into different segments, right? You just basically visualize this thing, but before visualizing, you structure this out well in your mind. So you divide your day into different segments, and the segments does not have to be hourly segments, they have to be segments which are activity wise. For example, if I have a very important day where I have a very important client call, right, and I have to take certain decisions, I have to do certain negotiations in that call, and I want the outcome to be a certain way because it is then linked to my increment at the end of the year, right? So how will I do it is I will start from the very first activity of the day. So for example, my very first activity is going to office in my car, right? And I will just visualize that particular scene. The next scene is going to be me sitting at the conference table and just going through my slide deck, which I will be presenting to the client and to the team, right? And in that deck, I will basically go into the micro detail and go into every slide and how I'm talking about it and how I'm convincing, how I'm seeing the expression of people change, how they're so impressed by the way I'm delivering my talk, right? So I visualize it to the extreme detail, attach all the emotions, bring in all the things I want over there, right? So I go into the maximum detail of the outcome which I want, right? And visualize it in this segment. Now the third segment could be I am having lunch with the clients then, and they're again very impressed and they're talking all these good things about the work we are doing, about how we're serving them. In the fourth segment, you are having your evening coffee with your boss probably, and they got the perfect feedback from the client. right? And you're so happy and stoked about it that they gave such a good feedback, and as a result you're getting the things what you wanted from the organization you're working for, right? Then in the fifth segment, you have to visualize yourself coming back full of gratitude, full of joy, full of these good feelings, full of you losing the load of delivering this awesome presentation what you were preparing from such a long time, right? In the last segment, you're having a dinner either with your family, or if it's like a late night dinner with a client and your team, and again in that dinner you basically visualize how great things people are saying about you, about your work, all these things, and then you're going to a full night's sleep. So there are 6 to 7 segments, right, total, as you might see. It can be different for your activity, but in my case, this is how I do it, right? Now, how I will do it, I have divided my day into different segments. I relax my body, and then I'm closing my eyes and I'm giving 2 to 3 minutes to each segment, right? And in that each segment, I'm actually feeling the feelings, right, of this getting turned out by the way I am imagining it to be, right? And by the way, guys, it's the part 4 segment intending. Go and read this. I actually, they have explained it in much more detail. They have attached a lot of their experience with it, Esther and Jerry Hicks, in the book. But this is the practical way which I use it in my own life, right? And it works. It works magical. So I'll tell you what happens. So as we've seen a lot of other law of attraction techniques what we discuss, there is definitely collapsing of the wave functions happening here at the quantum level, because when you're imagining, you are basically creating that reality. When you're opening your eyes, you're laying out the foundations for the reality to unfold in that perfect direction what you're laying out, right? So you're collapsing the wave functions when you're opening your eyes after this meditation. And I have seen 90 to 95%, or to be very, very fair, at least 85 to 95% things happening the way I am imagining them to be, right? How I'm visualizing it to be. And I've seen from my personal experience that things don't screw up that badly, when you visualize and practice these outcomes in your mind before these important days, right? And most likely it will happen because now also you have the confidence that you have already seen the reality unfold. So you basically cannot basically mumble jumble in your presentation, because you have seen yourself delivering already, right? So your self-confidence goes up. So there's a very psychological scientific process also attached to it, but if you want to attach mystery to it, there is an explanation to that as well. But the important thing to understand is that it works. So you have to just use it, practice it, and make the maximum out of it. So segment intending is very simple and very important, and it can be a very good tool for you to prepare for big days, and especially on exam days, right? For students who are watching this channel on exam days. I don't do it on a very regular basis, to be very frank. I use a very simple, on a most day-to-day basis, I use a journaling technique, and I use a very simple mindfulness meditation, right? Or sometimes I use a guided meditation, but I use these tools time and time again when I need to use them for the different areas, and different times. So segment intending is one such tool which I use for very important days, and it's amazing. It works. It basically steers the universe in the desired state where I want to be, at least 90 to 95%, and it works like magic, right? So use it. Read the book if you can, The Law of Attraction by Esther and Jerry Hicks. Amazing book, amazing read. And on part 5, this segment intending section is there. Do read it in detail, and then you'll be more convinced to use it. So I hope this video was helpful to you guys. If you liked it, do give it a thumbs up. Do let me know in the comment section below if you have tried this technique before, if you've tried law of attraction at all before, and have you seen any positive things coming out of it. And I will see you again in the next one. Till then, take care, bye bye, and I will see you again soon. Thanks for watching.